Jamaree Caldwell, Oregon, 6'1", 340-pound man, so very large. Online, I just like this. This is what I found with him online, and it made me laugh a little bit. Online, they call him the Shogun nose tackle, and I don't know why, it just fits for some reason. I love that nickname for him, the Shogun nose tackle. He is mostly a pure one-tech nose tackle, short, squatty body, yet he's wide and he's strong. His stature gives him the leverage to win every time, and then he's powerful on top of that. That gives him control two-gapping, and it's very hard to counter. Teams really committed to the double teams to him, both in the run and the pass. Showed off that rare trait of giving very little ground on double teams at the point of attack. He can be engaged and not even anticipate the double team coming from his blind side, and then have a double team blocker hammer his back and give no ground. So, you've got a nose tackle who's over the top of the center, right? It's a run play. He launches off, he hits the center, he's locked in with the center. Guard's coming from his blind side, he can't see it. Guard wallops him from the side. Most of nose tackles in that situation then give up. They do the little bunny hop move and they give up a couple of yards of space. Holes cleared out at the point of attack. With him, he would get hit and still be able to root in there. Him and Jordan Phillips are kind of similar in that way. I think Caldwell gives you a little more ability than what Phillips did, but Phillips is also still a very young guy who might come along in that way kind of similarly. But really, really did like how he handled double teams. When you talk about nose tackle, that's where it really first starts with. Can you handle nose tackles? Can you remain immovable? Can you be that factor in the run game? And he absolutely can. I was kind of trying to find the comp for him a little bit, and I struggled to kind of find the comp. So the different gear what Jamaree has comes from his lateral quickness. This is what really elevates him into kind of a second round status for me. He doesn't quite have the first step of guys who've been similar to size of him. So the two guys you go to in the past when thinking about him, Greg, are going to be Brandon Mabane and DJ Jones, the Denver Bronco, former San Francisco nose tackles. Those guys were much more first step quickness guys at a very similar size. He's more lateral quickness, which is kind of somewhat similar to what you get from Kenneth Grant, though not as good as, Kenneth Grant in that way. But fun player. And the amount of double teams that he garnered, Greg, when he's got Harmon there, Derek Harmon, and the amount of his double teams that allowed Harmon to go out there and do what he was doing from the 3-tech position. I always say the teams even in college will tell you about a player and how they're playing you, especially on a defensive line. And when you as a nose tackle are dictating that those teams have to give you that double team, that tells you something about how good of a nose tackle you are. Because if they have any confidence that they can single block you at all, they'll peel down and get that second blocker to the second level, and they're going to try to roll it that way. So fun player. Second round grade. In fact, I've got him right now really at this point just behind. I've got him actually ahead of Tyleik Williams of Ohio State. No, third round. Sorry, third round grade. Let me change that. I had a third round grade on him. So I've got him just behind Tyleik Williams. So he'd be my third highest rated pure nose tackle in this draft.